Hello people, thanks for returning. This is Fresh Off the Ward podcast episode 3 and we are going to be talking about media, culture, and later there's going to be a Q&A. Going to be a lot of questions today.
And not a lot of answers.
I'm Ethan Thompson, and who are you?
And I'm Jordan Bridger.
Alright, so how do you want to get started? We're going to go with culture because we are British people.
Yeah. So the thinking was, Ethan, basically, we live in Great Britain, don't we?
Yeah.
And as
I'm aware.
Yeah. And as much as we had the British Empire, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we've got very much around the world, haven't in terms of like when we spread out. So you're like obviously it's from India to Africa.
Yeah, we've been
all that stuff.
Been about.
Yeah. So as much as we've bounced out, obviously people have bounced inwards.
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about immigration or anything like that because
we'll talk about that.
No, we'll talk about it in general terms of like say like how immigrants have like come over and benefited us. But we're not talking about the current like immigration climate.
Yeah.
We're not going into the politics.
I think what you're saying is that because we've been all over the world, people have come to Britain from all over the world, and now our culture is very much. It's not just like just British culture. We have Chinese takeaways. We have Turkish hairdressers.
Yeah.
We've got people from all over the world have come here to this place. It's sort of like a cultural place where everyone's sort of accepted. So that's what being British is, I think. Like, it's not like a truly definable thing. I think it's about... But it's more individuality nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. Because obviously with a lot of not a lot of things in people's day-to-days is going to be like pure British. Like you said, you go and get your haircut, it could be from a Turkish barber.
Yeah.
Because they do a decent short back and sides. You know, could be in English. My barber's English, to be fair. But like I said, you get your tea. You go for a Chinese, an Indian,
Thai, yeah.
Yeah, even technically, you go for Nando's. I'm sure Nando's is like from Portugal.
Yeah, it's Portuguese.
Yeah, so is it not Portuguese chicken?
Yeah, it's just like this cultural centre point. And I think that the thing about Britain, the problem with Britain is nothing to do with Britain. That there's just like we're so invested in other countries' problems that it's sort of passion. It makes us passionate about trying to strive to some ideal of security and peace.
Yeah, I understand that because obviously no one wants to fucking. You got the very people who are very grounded in their way of life.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, but obviously a lot of immigration, a lot of different cultures and that have brought brilliant things and that from
like the Germans.
Well, yeah, a lot of cars we drive are German.
Yeah.
Volkswagens are German.
Yeah.
That's about as much know about the German inventions.
Good beers.
Yeah, good beers.
Yeah, but I just
Belgian
saying
chocolates.
It just like it sort of comes to Britain, isn't it?
Plus as well, right? So if I hypothesize to you, Ethan, you have an island.
Yeah.
And that island, you don't have any immigration, foreign trade, or
Cuba.
anything like that.
You like Cuba?
No, because you can go to Cuba.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But literally, so like Aboriginal tribes and that are well, not really Aboriginal because that's Australian, but you know, like you've got tribes who are like
uncontacted,
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. Look how little. I know it's a bit weird, and I might be just overthinking it, but if you look at the tribes and that and how little they've developed over the centuries, they're very much stuck. They're not stuck in their own ways. They know what works for them.
Yeah.
So, is it?
But it's like they still have like human concepts. You know what I mean? Like happiness and family, and it's not like they've not been like educated in this way. In a school, it's like there's already like human traits anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, look at fashion.
Fuck fashion, mate. I saw someone wearing people as dresses.
What, you saw people wearing dresses?
No, they were people, and they had like people on them.
So they had a dress, a person
He was
dress.
like giving someone a piggyback basically, and then someone were like on his front like clinging on, and they were like, "This is fashion." Like, and I was like, "Why are you wearing people? Not dead people, but people."
Yeah, no, but I mean, like you said, like in school, like when you're in schools and that, and you influence like rap culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, rappers from different ethnicities and different backgrounds. You see them, obviously you like them. You want to not be like them, but you want to imitate them in a way.
Yeah, like
you dress like.
Cent.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get shut up.
Apart from that aspect, but no, Eminem, like our Eminem wore proper like what you consider like pop clothes and that now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they were rap clothes and very like the black black rappers clothes.
Without the internet days.
Yeah, true.
Without the internet days, there was a lot of them days.
Oh no, see, but even then on the internet though, Ethan, you could be scrolling through Facebook, see a jacket you like.
I can get it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can buy it, but it might be an African-style jacket.
Yeah, I can wear what I want, me.
No, that's not what I was
Most of my
aiming at.
clothes are from East Asia.
What, made or bought?
I didn't buy them though. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are made there. I've not got my shoes on me. I had to take them off when I came in it. But I'm pretty sure maybe Indonesia.
You might be the only person, or a very select number of people, who check the clothes tabs where they were made.
Mate. I like getting British clothes because I know.
Well,
like you remember that my fisherman's jacket? You know, when I was looking like a fisherman. Yeah, that jacket was made in England, and it was a Bolton jacket that was designed in Bolton for ideally farmers, mate. And I checked it, and it wasn't
move for farmers. Around
it was made in England, innit? I think this shirt was made in England, but I like knowing where they come from, me. Like people always check, like, oh, is it made in China, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you like checking it.
Yeah,
so
not a lot of things.
I feel like Britain's so connected to everywhere else on the world that the quality of living here is pretty decent. And that's the thing, like, people do want to come here because the quality of life is pretty decent.
Well, you got to think like that. So say next week, well, you wake up tomorrow and you go, right, that's it. I'm sick of wearing clothes from other countries, eating any foods and all that stuff from other countries. I'm only doing British stuff now. Yeah, all my food is going to be British food.
I'll buy a sheep and just make my own clothes. Imagine if I could do that. Some people.
Imagine if you could do that.
I know it's possible.
You go into the plan and you start. Well, you don't even have bought a sheep. Why I'm gonna make clothes? But it'd be cool if I actually could make these clothes.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though. It would be able to make my own shirt or something. You know.
True.
It would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure people do. I always walk past the market going uni. I'll go in gym, and there's just fabrics for sale. And I walk past the rug bit. And I do want to get a British flag rug, me. Because, you know, that means, you know, getting along with the Welsh and Scottish and all that. Getting along with people. I feel that's a big thing with Britain, is getting along with people.
Right, Nathan. So, what are some of the challenges that, like, people from different cultures face when trying to, like, you know, integrate into, like, a new society? So we will. I know we said we're not talking about politics, but you've got a family who've immigrated over for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That part's just no one gives a shit. No one
knows language or doesn't know language.
Well, yeah, knows the language.
Right, knows language.
Oh, wait, no. In fact, doesn't know the language.
Right.
But wants to learn the language.
Right.
So what in your opinion, what is some of the ways that we as British people can help overcome these challenges of people who? Because I've I don't know if like you were ever in school and that, but I've had I know friends who they've immigrated over, and they just didn't have like the best English, and they got like they would have a teacher who would help them, and then some of the people who've done that can talk can speak English as well as any roadman or northerner go in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, in your opinion, not just in terms of schools, but overall, how could like us as British people help overcome challenges for people immigrating into like our societies?
Wow, that is a hard one. Because it's like there are different. You know, with a religion, there are different sects. Not sex. Sex. SECT. I think.
You mean sect?
Yeah. So like, there's not just you couldn't. It's like it's hard to stereotype a British person. I think. I think we have so many different people and different stereotypes, mate. So I'm not sure, mate.
Well, because
I mean, to integrate, I would say obviously just know English. It would help, I guess. It would, because not everyone's going to speak Azerbaijani in it.
Well, yeah, and obviously some people are, you know, Polish, Germans, Spanish people, and that. You know, like I said, in terms of the people who come over, it's a broad term, and
so they come here, you know,
and they want to learn English. Language. They realise that I'm living in England. We need to learn English.
I think I would try and just be outside as much as possible, but you need to find someone who's safe. If you come into England, you need to find someone safe pretty quick. Someone who's just safe, you know.
Right.
He's got a 4-pack of beer now again, he'll give you one. This guy is safe. You need to make banter with this guy. Banter means, for all our fucking European.
So you're
other
saying
country
more
viewers.
like try and integrate yourself into the community.
Yeah, I would say like
make friends.
just be talking to as many people as possible, because I think it would be help you out the dialect first.
Yeah, but bro, so expand on that to the point with. So we've got you got a fella called Jeff, 20-year-old, he's just come over here with his family. You know, his mum and dad are older. He's got a younger sister.
Yeah.
Stereotypical family.
Yeah.
He doesn't know a word of English apart from like what we like. I would know like French, like hello, goodbye, please, thank you, and that.
Yeah.
Maybe can count to 10 because that's as much as I can get in French.
Yeah.
And he wants to learn English. He's like, I need to get a job. I want to learn English, so then it makes it easier for me to communicate with people.
Yeah.
How would you? And then he's bumped into you.
Yeah.
You can speak his language.
Yeah, of course.
And he says to you, Ethan, how
Latin? He's speaking Latin.
He speaks Latin. He's from the past, whatever. But he comes up to you and goes, Ethan, I want to like, how can I learn English better? How would you suggest to him, or how would you guide him to help him learn? And I don't mean as simple as you would try and teach him English. I mean like get him like help so he'd be supported, educated.
I'm pretty sure there's libraries. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go to a library, just read a few books, I guess. Even if you don't, even if you don't know the language, I'd just be like, "Oh, right, there's a pattern." You know, find out, see if you can see a pattern in the just a letter placement, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a bit too complicated, but you wanna find someone who's not wearing a grey cap and a grey tracksuit. You wanna talk to the roadmen a little bit, but you gotta be careful with them because obviously some of them a bit sketchy.
Mm.
You don't really want to talk to people in the cinema. You don't want to be doing that. You just need to go about. That's what I mean. You would go about and trying to figure out a lingo. You know, find some kind of patterns. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go around with maybe an apple or something, and I'd be like. And then I'd see what people would say, and if I could find a pattern in between, they'd be like, "Get that apple away from me," or "That's an apple, that," or "Can I have that apple?" You know. But you know that's difficult because I don't really know many people apart from this Italian lad. He's a good lad. He doesn't get my lingo sometimes. I said CBA, and he was like, "What's CBA?" And I said, "I can't be arsed, mate." And he was like, "What does that mean?" And I got up the dictionary, Urban Dictionary, for the now times.
Okay.
And he was like, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, man." But he wanted to be a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to do it in England, but I think he's going back to Italy. But you see what I mean? Like there are many people from other places, like
yeah, because obviously some people come over here to study and that, don't they?
Study, get jobs, contribute.
Oh no, I meant like in the university sense. Like,
yeah, a lot of people do.
Like,
There's a lot.
I don't know if the class is
foreign
foreign exchange students, but that type of.
At Bolton Uni, there is a lot of different people. It's a diverse bunch, I'd say.
Mm.
You know.
All right, so like in your uni and that
yeah
is so you said there's a lot of different people. So what would you say? What are some of the benefits then for living in such a multicultural society? Like what can we learn? What can we learn from other people, and what can we appreciate and celebrate about all of our shit?
That is what I was on about with Metropolitan. Well, it seems like it sort of changed with the urban thing, and now it's sort of like a 1984 thing. But fucking Metropolitan was that what I was thinking was what you just said, because I was thinking, you know, there are different societies. Society, you know, there's different societies. There's different like religions. There's different ethnicities, sexualities, histories, and cultures. History, and I think it's all about, for me, finding the best elements to all these things. And applying it to make my life better, to make maybe other people's life better. It's like I'm very into chakras and that.
Oh yeah,
which is a very Eastern fucking philosophy, you know.
Yeah, it's Eastern medicine type stuff.
Yeah, so it's all like a conglomeration to benefit, if you get what I mean. Like I'm not looking at a society and other societies and seeing the negatives and wanting to do them. Like take Mexicans. Like I'm quite a positive person, me.
Mm-hmm. So
like take the Mexicans. You know, they've got good food, whatever, good work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd appreciate that about the culture and nationality and that, rather than think, oh, they're good at killing people and getting drugs.
Right.
I wouldn't adopt or think that most Mexico is that.
Oh, so you try not to give you try not to give into the negative.
I'm trying
stereotypes.
to be. I wouldn't say exactly tolerant, I guess I would be tolerant of people unless you were pissing me off. Talking to, and but fucking, I don't know. It's a hard one, that, man. Have you got any more questions? Because that answer could have been far too long.
So you know what I was saying about the internet,
Yeah.
and how the internet like brings us all together. It can broaden. Is a good thing for biodiversity and different people connecting from different parts of the world. And you know, you can make friends from different ends of the country. You know, you can never meet up. You could meet up once in your life. You know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So do you reckon then the internet was more beneficial in terms of bringing people together than just sort of the old fogey? So for different obvious reasons. So, you know, have you ever heard of the Irish potato famine?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few Irish people went over to America.
Yeah.
And you know, just stuff like that. Do you reckon the internet is connecting us better than the way it used to be before the internet?
Of course, mate. Always going back to Germany. Of course, the information that would have been transmitted would have been in some kind of physical manner. Letters, documents, scribe notes.
Well, there was things like that back in the time.
I'm saying that population wouldn't have really known what was going on elsewhere, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But now with the internet, I do know what's going on over in Iraq. I do know what's going on in fucking... what's it called? Tunisia. I went on holiday with her once.
I've been to Tunisia quite a few times.
I nearly got a tattoo.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I was 5, but I wanted one.
Do you know you can get the henna in Tunisia?
Yeah.
I'm allergic to like the black one they use.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if it's like an artificial one, because the normal natural henna you get's brown.
Yeah.
So when it peels off from that, it goes like an orangey brown colour. Well, the one you can get in Tunisia is black. You would have known even it's black. And then when it scabs off, it stays on black. Well, I got that done as a kid. I got a scorpion on my arm.
Yeah.
And it burnt my skin. I couldn't have it in the sun or anything, and it left like a mark for months afterwards.
I think I've always, since I was a kid, wanted to smoke. I think it's been my ambition.
To smoke?
Yeah. You know when you used to get them little candy sticks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking then, you know, because they'd always have like a little temporary tattoo, you know, the Hulk. Captain America. And I just walk about, these are nice, these, you know.
And that made you want to smoke?
Yeah, you know.
No.
You know what, back in the day before the internet, mate,
back in the day, since we've been alive, there has always been internet.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, back in the day before I was born, before I was alive, before I was about, people didn't have all this. They literally had nothing to do but sit around. That would be like the best bit of the day, sitting down.
No, well, how far back are you going? Because from the 1950s to present day, they've had TV.
Yeah.
And then before that, I'm guessing
radio,
1800s radio. And then even still from them, bro, you've got newspapers. Then you've got town criers that would spread news.
Yeah.
Travelling circuses, theatres, couriers,
bards.
Yeah, all that stuff, bro. Because people would obviously travel around a lot more, and that's how sort of words would spread.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of Europe, is just one language, and it's been about, and just different types of gibberish of it is formed.
What do you mean English is one?
You know, they just got the alphabet, mate. Like the same. They've got like the same characters in it in Europe. It's like a lot of it is like the ABC sort of like. In Spain, they've got U, but you can put a little finger on top of it.
Yeah, I call it accent.
I think it was like Latin, but as time went on and people started to have their own lingos and that, that's how them languages formed. Like English is sort of like a hybrid with French and sort of like German, if you get what I mean.
French and Italian are Latin.
They're just like
languages.
I reckon it was just accents, and then eventually people got too thick of an accent, and then they were like,
No. Even the reason why we have different languages is because before people had the internet and could communicate overseas, people had to figure out their own way of communicating. If you dropped a bunch of people on an island and they wiped their brain, they would come up with their own language for certain stuff. They might pick up a stick and go, blah, blah, blah. And that's a stick sound. Like there's in Africa, people can communicate in Africa through whistling.
Yeah, I just mean back then probably through Latin. I get that. That's probably why. If you know what I mean. That's why, because Roman Empire and that.
Well, yeah, that's obviously that's why French is a Latin-based language. That's why it sounds similar
sort
to
of
Italian.
like after the Roman. When did the Romans stop, mate? When did the Romans stop?
Oh, when did the Romans start?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know if you were asking that.
There was the Roman Empire, but I'm sure it fell, and then there was like the Byzantine Empire.
Yeah, but that was more around like Turkey and
a time ago.
Yeah, a time ago. At least like 15 years ago, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, saying internet, I know a lot of this stuff from the internet. I know a lot of the things I know from the internet.
Yeah, that's the beauty of phones, bro. That's why I can't stand it when old people have a go at, like, people and like, oh, all you do is, like, sit on your phone on the internet.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting information. What are you doing? You're staring at the wall?
Yeah, any question someone has, bro, it's literally a Google search away.
Yeah. So, I mean, with all this information we've got nowadays, because I was thinking about it quite a lot, actually, like, I can find out mainly anything I want to find out all nowadays. But, I mean, with this, I see education getting better in a way.
Yeah, damn right.
I think maybe there's going to be a bit more, like, obviously security and making sure what people are reading are safe, though. But I mean, like, it's going to be like, if some kid finishes his science class, innit? And be like, oh, why does this do this? And then you can look it up, research it. There's probably like 1,000 papers on it.
Well, you could have done
go
this
on the
in
internet.
school.
Well, when I'm doing research for fucking uni, man, I'll type something in and there's like 1,000 things for like these most obscure things. Like, it's just mad.
Yeah, but you could have done this in school.
I did.
YouTube. If we'd have had YouTube when we were in like high school and that, bro, would have done it.
I saw it
because we did. It's not as good as it is now. Not obviously like back in the day, but as good as it is now.
No, I did actually read a lot when I was a kid. I did a lot of research, but I think
didn't know you could read.
I think I try.
Well, what did you research?
It was a lot about storytelling and narratives and language that I researched.
So you just read like.
I just read books.
You just read cartoons.
No, I didn't. I was never really a cartoon.
Fiction or non-fiction?
Obviously fiction, but some non-fiction as well. But yeah, it was about the research I did was understanding entertainment because I understood what am I living for.
You wanted to just watch TV?
Well, I could, man, but I wanted to appreciate something more like how I've done. Been at uni studying film. It's like when I'm watching a film now, I have a even if I've seen the film before. I've just got a different perception now, and I can appreciate it not just as maybe a film, but in the technical aspect, how it's done in that.
Well, that's a good little segue that we can go on, Ethan.
Yeah, as we were saying, British culture and that. You got another one?
What questions about about the culturism stuff?
Yeah, that's cool. I like talking about other people's cultures, Buddhism. Chocolate, Belgian chocolate.
Well, so I know you went to a Christian school.
Salesian.
A Catholic school.
Yeah.
Would you say you're religious?
No.
No.
But I do have sort of an adopted moral system based off of it.
Like a sheep?
No. So like don't kill. Don't be like raping about.
True. So
don't be stealing my chocolate.
If I said to you, pick a religion. We've got a new country, Ethan. You got a new one.
Yeah.
After you've done with your old ones.
Yeah.
You got a new one.
What do you mean, like my own land?
Your own country, bro. We're gonna put some people in there, but we're not gonna start.
Ethiopia. Oh man, that's already one.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Anywho, what culture would you pick to put in that if you could pick one culture?
Oh, out of just anywhere ever.
Yeah. So, how do you want to?
How big's my land? My kingdom.
The size of Britain. Don't get me wrong, you're not running it on your own, bro.
Alright. The size of Britain.
But just you've
and I've
been
got
told,
to implement a fucking.
Yeah, they've come up to you and said, King Ethan, we need a new culture, and we've got this machine that will turn everyone into that culture or religion.
Right.
What would you pick?
I wouldn't want to do anything heinous.
Right.
I would. It's a bloody hard one that. Because as I say, this is how we're saying Britain can't really be defined like in that one way, I think, with its culture. But if I were just going to like say one culture, Scottish.
What, just Scottish?
Scottish.
No, that's fair.
No, because a lot of stuff comes from Scotland, but I guess that is pertaining to Britain, so I'll let that off, So another one I'd actually think is, pretty good. Oh, it is hard that. I think Japan is pretty cool, but I feel like there's a lot of scrutiny over there. I feel like my land would be it would be Deadwood. Have you seen that show, Deadwood? It's like a cowboy show. It was actually a town. It was just not part of the United States.
Oh yeah.
It was like just a town. It just weren't a part of it. It'd be a pirate paradise. But culture, proper culture. I guess maybe Jamaica. Norway's pretty cool. Oh, I wouldn't choose Greek.
Right.
I've never been to South Africa. Skyrim's not real.
We start reading the posters off the wall.
Oh yeah. It's a really hard one, but I think maybe France. Oh. Well, maybe Japan is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jamaica. I'm gonna say Jamaican. That's the new culture. Just everyone chilling out.
Right. So you said you've been to Tunisia, obviously.
Yeah, when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah. So have you been abroad? Have you been to a few different countries?
I've been to Spain numerous with my grandfather, who's not alive. I didn't go with him after he was dead.
Brilliant. Well, no.
Spain. I went to Bulgaria with my dad once skiing. That was a wonderful time where beer was cheaper than water.
All right. So you've been to a couple of countries there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah. So what would you say is what have you picked up from these like other countries and that? What part of their culture have you particularly gone to yourself? Oh, well, that's nice. Or I like that. You know, just something as simple as
I think when Bulgaria have fun, know how to have fun sensibly. So just having the fun that you're doing, just be sensible about it. Spain, I've learnt that lemonade is just spot on anytime, any day. Lemonade's good. I think from going to France and Disneyland, I have learnt that things are expensive. And from going to the Dominican Republic, I realised that I've got to be a man, me. I was like 7. I was like. It was weird, yeah, because I was playing like horseshoe, that game horseshoe.
Yeah.
And it was just a bit too heavy for me, the horseshoe. And I was like, I should have been able to do it. And he was like, one day you'll be able to throw a horseshoe and play this game. So conviction, determination. Where else have I been? I'm in Mexico, yeah, and I think that taught me to appreciate time.
Yeah.
It was just a really long holiday, and I was just like, if I'm gonna be like this in the future, just chilling, sitting down, I'd like to enjoy it, innit?
I know, that's it, bro. That's it.
Where else have I been? I think I went down south last summer. I went to a cottage, me. I went to a cottage, yeah. It was beautiful. It was sunny, glorious, playing Skyrim. But I lost one of the Dragon Priest masks. So for a week I was playing this game trying to get all of them. And I went back to my gaff in what's it called that? The first one.
Whiterun.
I went back to Whiterun. Bought all the furniture. Should know where everything were.
In the Breeze Zone.
Yeah, Breeze Zone. And I couldn't find it, so I'd just been spending all this time trying to get the ultimate dragon mask. And really hurt me. Really, really annoying experience. But it was fun. It was enjoyable. I can't wait for Starfield, me. If you got any more questions, because you could go on a break, have a few more of a Q&A, and we're going to talk a bit more about this multicultural thing, because it is a big aspect in everyone's day.
To be true. What's the other topic we were going on about? 'Cause I completely forgot.
Media.
Oh yeah, media. When we come back, can we talk about the PlayStation thing?
Of course we can.
Right. So we'll see you in a few.
We won't see you. Welcome back. So we just had a bit of a smoke break. Got some water, some liquid. So media. John's got a good question for me here.
Well, no. First of all, I want to talk about the PlayStation thing. They did the PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
conference.
that was pretty cool. And really enjoyed it. I was at the club last night. Watching the Spider-Man demo.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Spider-Man demo. I'm going to get it because I enjoyed the first one.
The first one and Miles Morales had very much an emotion to them. They were very emotional games. And from seeing that and having this Venom shit, Peter Parker, it's going to really change the dynamic. It sort of makes him out in the demo to make him look like he's going to turn into a villain. But obviously at the end he's going to it's going to be alright, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you think about the new handheld that they've released?
I don't know. Apparently, from what you said, you have to have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's a waste of money.
You're better off getting Backbone. Backbone is probably a better option. You know Backbone.
Yeah, or a Steam Deck.
Or a Steam
Or
Deck.
a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, if you want to go that option, obviously, I get what they're saying. Like,
do you remember
maybe your kid could be in downstairs, fucking playing.
You can do it on your phone.
Little Big Planet or whatever.
You can do it on your phone.
Yeah,
No, you can literally do it on your phone.
No, I just play it on my phone.
Yeah, you can literally play a PlayStation on your phone. It's the same concept.
I guess,
but you get a small tablet with two thingies on. Have you not seen, you can literally get an adapter. It's like a thing, so you put your phone in the middle.
Backbone, yeah.
Yeah.
You plug it in and it's like a controller, but you can access like Xbox or PlayStation or even Steam. So that's quite cool. If I were going travelling, that's what I'd have. But I think from that conference, I'm really excited for Metal Gear Solid 3. That was one of my favourite games ever. Have you played it?
I've not, no. I know little bits on it. Is that the one where you can like leave your like console on for like a week and the guy dies?
Yeah.
You
have really creative ways of doing it, and all the boss battles are sick. Like, there's a guy who's got bees, like he can control bees, and your safest way is like, it took me a while to find out fucking that you had to just jump in the water, but you could have like bee attacks in. Oh, it was so mad. But you could play that entire game without killing anyone.
Yeah.
You can literally just tranquilise everyone you meet and just get past. But there's proper like stealth elements into it, because like, how in Hitman, it's like you can disguise yourself, as a person. You get all these different disguises and that. And camo, you have like a camo index in the top right of the screen, which will tell you how camouflaged you are. So if it keeps going down, they're gonna see you in it.
Yeah.
Well, you can change it to look like whatever your environment is at the time. It's such an amazing game, mate. It's one of the best games ever made. It's got like a really good soundtrack, like Snake Eater. It's fucking good, man. So I'm glad they're remaking that. That means that they might do another one if they're willing to remake like an IP in it. So, what else with Assassin's Creed? Going back to basics, looking good.
I can't wait. And don't get me wrong, I've not really. It's not how I've hated the new RPG style. And
it's just not what it was.
Yeah, it's not what it was.
It wasn't as assassin type in it. It was more other stuff.
Yeah, you were also a warrior.
A warrior
of whatever variation you want from. I mean, Odyssey.
I didn't play it.
Odyssey. Sorry, Origins.
I played Origins,
the Egyptian one.
I played it on super hard and then got to the elephants and I was like, I'm not playing this.
I did. I never did the elephants.
I couldn't even beat them. Super hard and that.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Is it any good films that recently? Any good books you've read?
I was reading a bit of what's it called, Coleridge, a romanticist poet from back in the day. Most of English, and Wit. Wit is based off of how he wrote. And I was just up at 5 o'clock in the morning thinking, I'm not going to sleep. I'm reading some poetry. And it's really good poetry. It's just the way he writes. It's like you can tell his dialect is on point. But films. I was watching Brazic, the TV show, because it's a really good show. I was going to make a TV show. It'd be like sort of that sort of English sort of vibe. Like, this is England sort of vibe, but not as dark. Yeah. I can't remember. I saw Moonrise. Moonrise Kingdom.
Not as dark. I'm sure. I say to you every time you release a short film project or something, Ethan, there's always violence in it.
Violence,
shouting, swearing. It's always violence. I've said you've got to mix it up. You need to do a romance or something. I mean, you've got. I
don't know any woman to.
I was gonna say that then. I was gonna say.
I bet you it'll happen with like actor women as well. I'll be like, yo, I've got this really good role, and they just won't respond to me, and I'll just be like, I have to go to Monty Python and get Jordan in a wig.
I'm not wearing a wig.
But I watched Moonrise Kingdom yesterday. Have you seen it? No?
No.
So Wes Anderson, they're showing all his films at fucking The Light in Bolton Town. Moonrise Kingdom, it did come out a while ago. It came out in 2012. So I was young when I was watching this film. And I just experienced the film so different now that I'm 23.
Yeah.
I must have seen it when I was like 13 or something. So it's like, I was like, yo, it's like this director has affected my identity in a way. And it's really nice to go and see these films because you don't get to see like like the same director's films every week at the cinema. Do you know what I mean? You could stream it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just much more of an experience with a cinema screen, I think. But it's good. I think the ones next week is Isle of Dogs.
Right.
Which is about Japan and this future dystopic or whatever, where dogs have got a disease, but it's actually just a dictator, fucking about because he doesn't like dogs.
Mm.
So they get sent to this island where they just used to send like dump and that. And it's about this kid is trying to get his dog back off the island. But it's all done in stop motion, like Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah. Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, but like really, really smooth, proper smooth.
You leave Wallace and Gromit alone. Wallace and Gromit's smooth.
Yeah, but you can tell it looks sort of stupidish. Not like it's stupid. Like
you release a Wallace and Gromit inspired short film.
No, I won't. It'll take time. Like.
Exactly.
No, it's just like it's got a lot of detail. And this director Wes Anderson, he put there's so much effort into the set, the costumes, the colouring.
Well, does he do stop motion or does he make it so it looks like stop motion?
I think it is actually
because the Lego movie is meant to look like stop motion.
No, I think it isn't.
Not.
No, I think it actually is these ones. It looks it anyway. It might have had a bit of digital effect to it, but it's still pretty good. So next question, because I want to get on to asking you my questions.
Alright, so what inspired you then to pursue a career in media?
Martin Scorsese. Because I'd say my culture, when we want about culture, is very much gangster culture, cowboy culture.
You are not a gangster. Not a cowboy.
No, but I appreciate the values of some of the films that he's.
Both of them are technically criminals.
Criminals, yeah. I mean, like,
real cowboys.
I've based like the ideals of respect or being gentlemanly with like Scorsese films and like Perception.
Oh yeah, is that getting you laid?
No. What was that question again?
What inspired you to pursue?
I think what inspired me to actually do it, because I was going to go down the English literature route. And I was like, I've already wrote a few books, there's no reason doing that. I guess I'd expand my knowledge in that area, but I feel like I could do that any time of day. But I think I want to go into film because it's like interesting, it's exciting, it's like something to actually do in my day that I can be thankful of and have a full... I can be able to fully review what I've been attached to and work with if I watch a film, if you know what I mean. Yeah. If I make a film and then I watch it and I'll be like, oh, so that is the combined effort that I've put in, everyone's put in, knows what it is, innit? So it's very like, I don't know, how would you, like a diagnostic, it's not called that. I don't know, it's just nice to see, it's like a reward seeing it all together anyway. But yeah, I'm going to ask my questions. These are some basic bitch questions.
Right. I got some basic bitch questions for you as well.
Oh yeah, good. So, what's your role model? I'll ask you, but we'll answer sort of together in it. I'll keep mine brief. But
yeah.
Have you got any role models or and who would they be? Because it is based on media. Because obviously it does affect who we have grown up with or look up to. So yeah, role models.
Ooh. In terms of like look up to, because don't get me wrong, I don't have no idol.
Yeah.
And that, because I do like aspects of different people and do different things. It's an hard one. It's an hard one because if I can only generalize it to sort of celebrities. I don't want to say so much like because with a lot with celebrities and that you could pretend to be one thing and be another. For example. People like Ellen DeGeneres, she was meant to be all nicey. Turned out she was an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'd presume. So I like Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds, I'd say is a role model.
Yeah.
Because he does decent films.
Yeah.
He knows what he's good at doing.
Yeah.
And he just seems like a genuine. He's just getting by on life. He's having a laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Weirdly enough, not so much the criminal stuff, but Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
he's been so successful.
Yeah, he's sort of like I've seen a meme where it says like Snoop Dogg's completed his main missions.
Yeah,
and now he's just doing the side quests. Yeah. So in a way of like inspiration, I'd say someone like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's doing the generalized.
He's not killing people, innit? He's just like literally, he's just been successful as a person.
Yeah, in terms of like business and stuff like that.
He's done well.
But he's doing what he enjoys.
He's got his own cereal out now.
Yeah. But no, yeah, that's what I appreciate about him and stuff like that.
I would say role models, Clint Eastwood, obviously.
Yeah.
And,
Al Capone.
and this nurse, I used to know, she was very nice. She was very nice.
Tommy Shelby.
No, the way she responded to situations, like, I fucking was very intelligent.
Hmm.
He's played chess with her. It was a great time. Who's your hero? I'll say off the bat, get you started. My hero is Sean Locke. One of the greatest comedians. Just a funny guy, funny grumpy guy. Have you got a hero? An MLK. Have you got a hero, man?
Not really. No.
You don't.
No, I couldn't say. No, I don't. No, I generally I couldn't say so. Like someone. What would you define as like a hero? Like as a hero, someone I like want to be, or someone I like look up to.
Yeah, someone you'd look up to. Not maybe a role model, but someone you could look up to. Like someone who you could possibly say you wouldn't be able to be like. Say for me, maybe Hunter S. Thompson. Fucking mad guy, got his work done. You know, Gonzo journalism, Gonzo. Yeah. What would you say? A hero?
I'd say my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say my mum. My mum.
Let's go.
I'm very much like my mum, so there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not some stuff she's taught me and I've picked up and over there, but I'm very much like my mum.
Yeah.
So I'd say my mum. As weird as it is, I'd have to say my mum. I can't say to me as a hero, the only person I could think of is my mum.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a good answer. My mum's sort of one of my heroes. Let's go for a different one. Let's go to not hero, like a hero from history, like Arthur.
It wasn't real.
All right. Next question then, because that's a long one. Have you got an ideal job that you would actually want to have? For me, I would kind of want to work for Rockstar in Scotland, my homeland.
If I'm can realistic or unrealistic?
Both.
So realistically, my dream is my comfy dream is just to have like a small business, like a cafe or something.
Yes.
And you know, it's just a simple little 9 to 5. I have like 1 or 2 staff members.
Yeah.
I come in and work a couple of hours a day, but you know,
I think I've got sort of
the
that
boss.
for pub. I own a pub, you know.
No, you really would. I've worked in a pub.
No, like just a chill one.
And then an unrealistic one would be I'd want to run like a multimedia company. Like how we were talking about media.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like watching TV, radio, music and all that, I enjoy that type of stuff. So to me to be able to maybe not do it myself in terms of sing, dance, act and all that stuff, but be able to oversee other people being able to do that.
Yeah, I get
and see the creativity people can bring.
Like Vice or something.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I just want to create, just be able to produce a film. You know, I would like to be a producer. I'd like to be able one day to have enough money to be involved in proper productions.
Yeah, got to get them indie films out, Ethan.
Yeah.
Get yourself to film festival, then it gets picked up by Warner Brothers. Boom, Ethan Thompson.
Yeah, maybe one day. But I guess as a job, I just wouldn't mind being a writer's board. And I was even thinking, because I've got an A-level in English, Lit and Lang, which were much better than literature, but maybe newspapers. As I say, maybe journalism. They might send me off, be like, Bolton News. It'll be a bit boring, but could fucking send me off. Be like, oh, you know, go Afghanistan. I'd be like, no problem, mate. Let's go. Just let me get my Converse, man.
You definitely they wouldn't shoot you even anyway.
Yeah, they'd just be like, oh, that guy's chilling then, you know.
I'm actually writing to the Bolton Evening News now and say to send him in met to Afghanistan.
No, I mean, I could ask, innit? I don't think it would be that hard. Like, another question. Do you have a favourite film or TV show?
Oh. I was literally thinking this. Austin Powers.
Yeah.
The second one.
The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
That's my favourite film.
Yeah.
Yeah. That or A Haunted House with the Waynes who did Scary Movie in that.
Oh, no.
Then Scary Movie 2.
Right, fucking hard.
Sorry, I sort of went into my top 3 then. But overall, it's Austin Powers 2, hands down.
I'd pick 12 Angry Men, which is the most genius film.
Oh, yeah, go for it. I just like Austin Powers because it's a sick film. And it's the one where...
It used to be one of my favourite comedies, but I think Naked Gun's my favourite comedy. That's best. What about TV show?
Oh, see, no, that's an at the moment thing because I do bounce through a lot of TV shows. So one thing will be my favourite TV show, then I might finish it or something like that. I like my animes, so if I can include animes, I'd say Attack on Titan.
Alright.
That's a done show.
I would say Trailer Park Boys. That's consistently just made me laugh. Every time I watch it, I realise something else about it. It's funny as well.
Just discovering we're very much... How are we friends at the moment?
It's so good. What about video games? Because I love my video games. I would say...
Same.
I'd say Dragon Age Origins was one of the best ones. Mass Effect 2, obviously.
Skyrim.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3. Skyrim's pretty good. Fallout New Vegas. Ooh,
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
yeah, that was pretty. I'd like 2 more.
Nah, I like Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood more.
Brotherhood was a Brotherhood.
I'd say out of all the Black Flag. Actually, that would be on one of my top because that was an amazing game.
No, after Brotherhood, personally, a bit unconventional, but it's Syndicate. I like the brother sister thing.
Yeah, I think it was hard because they implemented that like damage. Above the red, where they had they had to take damage before you could stab them in it.
Yeah,
'cause that's what people like to do on video games: stab people, shoot people, explode people.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you got a proper favourite game now?
Skyrim. You'd have to Skyrim. No, I bought Skyrim the day it came out.
Yeah.
I bought every iteration of Skyrim to the point of when I got my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I'd say maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 and 1 and Undead Nightmare.
That's
Ghost of Tsushima. I think Infamous was good back in day, but it's a bit dated when you go back and play it now.
That's true.
Fucking good many games. Someone was checking my my PSN trophy. And they were like, "You've played a lot of games, Ethan. A lot of games."
Oh yeah, weird way for someone to come on to you.
What about music? Because I go to gigs I not all the time, but I like to go to them. Innit? I go to quite a few, at least 5 a year, I guess.
I've been to gigs. I don't go to that many, but not for a while, and I don't actively go to them.
So what music are you on then? You just thought what's on radio?
No, not really.
So I can only listen to X Radio. I listened to Smooth for a month, and I nearly went insane because they were playing the exact same tunes over and over.
Yeah, most radio stations do. The best. The radio stations I just have it on at work. At work, that's the background noise. I don't really listen to it.
Right.
And then in terms of mooching around and like when I'm listening to my music, it depends what mood I'm in.
Bit of pop.
Yeah, literally, I swear to God, it depends what mood I'm in. Yeah. From NWA to bloody Lil Dicky.
Well, I'm very focused on rock, me. I guess indie rock, old rock.
No, but I like rock as well. It's like AC/DC.
I like new garage rock, punk rock from back in day. I don't like shouty music.
I wouldn't go to that. I wouldn't go to the extremes of like the subgenres like punk rock.
I think I'm quite into the subgenres of rock now because I used to just listen to like Lynyrd Skynyrd and Floyd and that. And then I was like, bro, I need to get with the times a bit. So it's hard for me to find new music I like nowadays, to be honest. I like all the old shit, jazz and that, Frankie and that. Frankie Sinatra, the rap.
Frankie. Oh, yeah, Frankie.
Dean Martin.
Old Dean Martin.
The other guy that no one can remember. Yeah, so to swipe it up on media, what do you think it does for society? 'Cause it brings everyone together, mate. But I feel like people have a bit more power than maybe... It's alright to have power. But it's like these movements can get started online. A lot of things can go wrong online. And I think that's something I've been realising recently when I was researching metropolitan culture and that.
Yeah.
And understanding other people and be able to relate to them and have empathy and that. It had a lot of negatives. So I understand media can cause scams. Like the news can fucking get to you. There's all these scams and that.
Fake news, but genuine fake news. Not like political fake news.
Yeah. Media is such an intricate part of society nowadays.
Well, what's your main way of like receiving like the news and that, Ethan? Like where do you get your
newspapers?
News from? You do not read the newspaper?
No, when I got on the bus in the morning, they always got the Metro paper, so I check it. And then I do this on purpose every time, just so other people, so I see the same people on bus. I pick it up and then look at it. I don't even read it and I say, fuck that.
So you don't read the paper?
No, I do the opposite.
So the original question, where do you get your...
Sometimes the news is on the TV and then I look at it and see what's going on and I say, fuck that, I'll check on it next week. I guess YouTube a bit. I don't really go on Twitter. Could get shanked on Twitter.
I'm not a big Twitter user, but just for simple facts, it doesn't entertain me as much.
Yeah, it doesn't entertain me. Listening to people argue without hearing them. I like to listen to people argue if it's good. If it's a good debate. But yeah, I'd say there are good and bad things to everything. And I think philosophy is a concept that I need to get more in my head. I tried reading this book, Walden, Walk in the Woods or whatever, and it was very difficult because he was just talking about not a lot. You know, like, he just segregated himself from society and lived in the woods for a while. Just see how he could do, wrote a book about it. And it's like something I would read in the woods if I was doing that. I feel like philosophy is a very, very hard thing to grasp for me. There's all these different ideals. It's not like I don't not understand philosophy. It's like, it's a big thing to think about.
Yeah.
Do you think it would include morals, like...
In what sense?
Oh, like philosophy, like... It would include morals and ethics, wouldn't it? Like if you had, as we were saying, Ethan's Utopia, and there was a philosophy about Ethan's ultimate guide to success. I don't know, I'd want to base the way I think in a good way, a positive way. Like I was saying to my mate over there, I was like, yo, you don't, what's it called? Assiduously intent, you know, like trying to do bad on purpose.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this just about my personage and who I am and whatever, and my personality and that.
Well, no, you can't.
And I was like, literally, I just don't want to do anything bad.
So you have a good philosophy. So you have a good philosophy.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, people have got some kind of rebel philosophy, innit? Like, I can't eat a donut because donuts are fashion. You know, not one of them. Take it as it comes, innit? Take it as it comes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I said on my vlog, mate. I've recently started to just, when I'm viewing things with my eyes and that,
Well, your eyes,
I see stuff going on, innit? So instead of having like an opinion like, I hate that person over there, or I just be like, yo, that person is wearing some Clark shoes, instead of like slagging them off, innit? I guess I'm becoming more of it, not tame, but like less agitated by other people's stuff. I'm becoming more tolerant, but at the same time, I've got to be tolerated as well, innit?
Well, no, if you went up to... No, that's just not being an arsehole.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the whole philosophy. I'm like, just not be a prick today, you know. I'm not going to be a dickhead, you know, this evening. Well, you know, I think that's what it is. Have you not got like a basis of the way that you like flow? Like through the world, through
the way I live my life?
Through the rivers, yeah.
At the end of the day, Ethan, I don't really give a shit what most people are doing.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hitting no one.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not causing a nuisance to anyone, and it's not bothering me,
yeah,
I couldn't give a fuck, lad.
Yeah.
I could not give a fuck. I do have empathy, and I do feel bad for people. And if I could do something to help everyone who needed help, I probably wouldn't do it. But no, obviously, if someone's...
I get what you mean, it's your space. It's
yeah, I can only control what's in my world.
Yeah, yeah.
There's these people who will sit there at, like, when you're, you know, like your weirdos on the bus, or when I'm at work, well, not specifically where I work like now, but you just get weirdos and they're like, yeah, and there's I was reading about this kid called Jamie who lives in a remote country, and she's got no water and she can't do this and that. And I'm like, well, that is sad, and I do feel...
It's not my problem.
Well, yeah, really, if you want to be a dick about it, even, it's not my problem. I'll give the sympathy to who's telling me, and I do feel bad for the person like that. It's sad. Poor them. You know, they should be getting help.
Yeah.
But what the fuck am I going to do about it?
Yeah, I get that.
And then in terms of, like, in terms of, like, people, how they express themselves,
yeah.
As long as you're not putting it in my face in terms of you're putting it physically in my face, do what the fuck you want. If you want to hold hands walking past me with whatever person, do what you want. I ain't asked me, Ethan.
Yeah, I figure that. Like...
And, lad, it takes too much effort to care, bro. Yeah. Sometimes when people hate on people so much, at the end of the day, I think, You not got anything better to do. Like,
Yeah.
why would you put so much energy into slating a group of people off for no reason?
Yeah, I don't understand these riots and protests in America. Everyone's stupid. Well, not stupid. Sorry,
No,
I just being
can
like,
understand it.
like weird, like shouting and stuff and not being nice. I feel like if you're gonna promote like your intent, it should be in a nice way.
Well, there are good. You can have a good protest.
I mean,
and
within retrospect. Cause
yeah, that very much is more of a unification type thing, though, and not like a work unit.
You go in church and KKK, then like, oh, come inside, come inside, come on, we got coffee.
Well, they might do. You never know.
You could do
if you're white.
Man, I don't know. I feel like maybe we could talk about like next week, maybe race and how you've been treated, I've been treated, other people have been treated over history and time.
We're two white men.
Yeah, mate.
We've got it quite in terms of stereotypes, and we've got it quite all right, you know, lad.
Yeah, I know that. I just mean
you're a white straight man.
Yeah, but like just because I'm a white straight man doesn't mean I'm not valid, as you know what I mean.
You are valid.
That's what I mean, bro. I mean, I get a bit. I get offended.
It's kind of sometimes the problem that it is valid.
I get offended when sometimes you see feminists on YouTube or whatever, and then saying you don't understand. You're a white straight male from the UK. All that. I'm just like, what? So you're saying there's something wrong with my demographic? My people.
But she's won there, Ethan, because now you're thinking about it. She's got into
I get that, but I just
that's
mean
my philosophy, bro. I don't really care. I do not care about
I just
stuff.
don't care. I think like I need things to think about sometimes, so I think of these things that come about.
No, I have random things like weirdly enough the other day. How the hell, right? And I can't fully grasp it. Do you land a hot air balloon? Not in terms of like obviously up or down,
right.
but right. So me and you book an afternoon out.
You just decrease the flame.
Yeah, but you're going down. How do you pick where you're going down? You are at the mercy of the wind. You go where the wind takes you.
I don't know. I've not been in one. I've not operated one.
No, but how would it work, Ethan? There is obviously a question, and I could Google it.
Fire.
But I'm trying to figure it out. What do you mean fire? What, they set fire to one side of the fucking basket?
No, I mean like you use fire with a hot air.
Yeah, but that goes up and down, and that's it. So me and you go for a balloon
I think you
ride.
just have to decrease it very gradually.
Yeah, but you're going towards a building, and you're like, right, we're landing now. You're gonna have to go over the building, and then you're like, well, we can't land.
All I think is we should bring blimps back.
There's still a thing.
Yeah, they are still a thing. Yeah, so that's going to be the end of the podcast for today. Because it's getting late. It's getting late. So signing off, Ethan Thompson,
Jordan Bridger.
We'll be back again in some time in the future. So high five.
Okay.